All right, welcome to the show, or welcome back, depending on where you are. Tonight we preview UFC Vegas 21, Muhammad versus Edwards. We'll tell you what's happening next for the winners and losers of UFC 259, and Dana White makes a $1 million bet. Let's go. Okay, take two. Let's try this again. Are we here?
Man, that sucks. It was like the best jokes I've pulled off, man, all week. You screwing up. I bet you did it because the whole Dana White thing. I'm like...
Shut up, AJ.
For...
I wouldn't do that on purpose. The fuck is the matter with you? God damn it.
It was like the best intro. It was the best, man. We had like, we were on fire, man.
Yeah,
we
well,
were on fire when we started.
Yeah, great.
I brought Pepe to give you some love, Dave, even if you don't want any.
You better be happy with Pepe because he won't be around for long, man. Him, who else got killed? Speedy Gonzalez, the Muppet Show. Who's next, man?
Huh? I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know that?
No.
Dave, get up with the news, man. It's the cancel culture.
Everything's getting canceled. Fred got canceled from Twitter. You're getting canceled from Ringside Report MMA. Everything's getting canceled, man. Crazy.
Shit happens, man.
People are canceling too much, man. There's way too much getting canceled. But anyways, that's another story. Let's get back into it. Edwards versus Muhammad this Saturday. We talked about it a little bit. We had a technical issue. I don't know what happened with our other show. We started the show, and then everything went to shit. So now we're back. Fred gave you his thoughts on Edwards versus Muhammad. Basically, we don't really think that Leon Edwards, he's been gone for a while. He's the odds-on favorite to win, minus 270. Muhammad plus 250 in the dog. But I wouldn't bet on Leon.
Muhammad can make this fight.
That's it.
Muhammad can make this fight dirty and a scramble, like a lot of clinch, a lot of grappling. And if it goes that way, I could see Muhammad having a little bit of success. But if you're going to bet, if I were going to bet on this fight, which I'm not, it's not going to be part of my parlay either, I would probably still go with Edwards. I feel he's the better fighter. Like you said, his last fight against RDA. RDA is one of the top guys in the UFC. He's a veteran with a lot of skills that Edwards completely defeated. So Edwards is the better fighter of the two, I would say. So if you're going to bet, go with Edwards, but don't bet too much.
Yeah, I wouldn't put too much on Edwards, especially at that price, minus 270. I think he's a little heavy of a favorite. I think Muhammad is coming in as a live underdog. He's dangerous. It's a good fight, though. It's a really good fight, and the winner of this fight puts himself one step closer to a welterweight title shot. But again, like I was saying before, Khamzat Chimaev was supposed to be the opponent. Khamzat has had COVID and lingering issues from COVID, so Belal Muhammad steps in on a couple of weeks' notice here to fight Leon Edwards. He just fought a month ago, did Belal. He's right back into it. Edwards hasn't fought since July 2019. It's a long layoff for Edwards. He should pull off the victory. He is the favorite for a reason, but again, a long layoff like that, that's rough. And we were all going to bet against him had Muhammad not been the opponent. If it was Leon Edwards versus Khamzat Chimaev, I guarantee you we would all picked Khamzat Chimaev. So let's not act like we have that much respect for Leon Edwards as the best welterweight in the world today. You know what I mean? Well, no, I'm not just saying. I'm not saying Edwards is no good, and I'm not saying we don't respect him. But I'm just saying that we are not here to tell you that Edwards is the next world champion and he's the best welterweight in the world. He's very good, but he can lose as well. Right, Fred?
Yeah, Dana White said that maybe with a win he would probably get a title shot. So, you gotta listen to Dana White.
Dana White is always right, man.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
And let's not forget. Listen, what we were saying earlier is that when you're looking at these two guys, they both have 18-3 records. I mean, and if you look at the Diego Lima fight, Belal outstruck the striker, man. He just beat him. And we cannot forget this guy's skill. And like I was saying earlier, this guy, man, when he fights at such a heavy pace. And the difference between these two guys, when you look at them what their martial art expertise, they're both great strikers and they both can grapple. So it doesn't matter where they are in that fight, stand up or on the ground. It's going to be a beautiful display. And that's why it's really hard to go with the parlay on this because, like you guys said, it could go either or. But a guy's been off for 2 years. A guy that was supposed to fight 3 times prior. And just like Ferguson that I was saying earlier with Khabib, there was always like this curse, bad luck. He never got a chance to fight. He either had COVID or his opponent had COVID. We don't know what the effects of COVID will be when he's coming back off a 2-year layoff. Man, you know what? Belal has a strong chance to win this. This guy's been active, and he wants to fight. This guy wanted to fight like right after his last fight. And that's the thing with Belal. He's like last-minute kind of replacement per se, but at the same time, man, people don't respect him as much. It's a hard one, but you know what? If I had to make 2 parlays, I would actually go with Belal on the win. Even though he's a shorter fighter and a 3-inch less reach. But you know what? When it comes to pushing the pace, man, the guy can do it.
Wait. Are you picking him to win?
Man, you know what? The way things have been going lately with fucking fights that have been draws and DQs bullshit, banana bullshit that we saw last week. You know what? Things are just getting crazy. You know what I'm talking about. Dave knows what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking
about.
Dave is
the hero because he took...
I'm the hero. Yeah, that's right. I'm the hero 2 weeks in a row. I don't know if you know that, but my parlay has come through 2 weeks in a row. We've won. We've won money together. Team Dave, 2 weeks in a row. And I'm not here to rub it in here, guys. I'm not here to say I told you so, but I just want to tell you that, Dave told you that Jan Blachowicz was going to win. He told you Aljamain was going to win. He told you Amanda Nunes was a lock. You might as well toss her on the parlay. He told you all these things were going to happen, and they happened. I'm sorry, AJ. Is Aljamain Sterling the bantamweight champion of the world? Check his record. Is that a W or an L next to the Peter Yan fight? Looks like an O. Looks like a W. Looks like a W to me. I don't know. I don't know about you, but the money cashes whether you win by DQ, decision, knockout, submission, whatever the fuck. The money cashes. It's money. A W is a W, and Aljamain came through, and we won.
Ooh.
We won money.
Listen, Bet99. If you went with Dave 2 weeks in a row at Bet99.com, there's no doubt about it. You made good money. Dave pulled the rabbit out of the hat last week. I was pissed. I know Freddie was pissed, but I was super pissed because my parlay was doing well till that bullshit call. And then, I guess we'll talk about it, and you'll know my feelings in a few minutes again.
Uh-oh.
But the truth is that Dave won, and Dave is the king. But listen, man, that's what happens. Anybody has a puncher's chance, and anybody has, it's an illegal knees chance.
A DQ chance?
And if that's the case,
okay, guys.
A DQ chance.
Okay, guys, how about this? Fine.
Anthony Smith should have won, like you said.
Okay, sure, guys. Sure, guys, you want to go there? We could go there. That's fine. You want to go there? Let's go. Aljamain got kneed in the head. It was an illegal knee. I picked him to win. You guys both picked Piotr Yan. Fine. Did I get lucky? But of course I did. But remind me, who won the main event? Who was a plus 185 underdog going in as the world champion?
Izzy won the first 3 rounds, so it should have been 48-47.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think Jan Blachowicz won that fight. I think Jan Blachowicz won the majority of the rounds. I think Jan Blachowicz is the light heavyweight champion, and I think I'm the only guy on this show, and one of the only guys in MMA, by the way, because everybody's riding Israel Adesanya's dick. I was the only guy who said, hang on a second.
Say what? He's
coming in under 200 pounds? Hang on a second. He just fought middleweight 3 months ago. Jan Blachowicz, Polish power, big, thick Jan. I said, no. I'm going to go with big Jan Blachowicz, the only guy on the show, plus 185 underdog. And you can say whatever the hell you want about Aljamain Sterling. Yeah, he got lucky. Yeah, he lost. He won by disqualification. Sure. Did we get lucky on the parlay? Fine. But did Dave tell you about Jan Blachowicz, or did Dave tell you about Jan Blachowicz? What's up, boys?
Polish
you want to go there? Let's go. You want to go? Let's go, AJ. Let's go.
No. I'm not gonna go that way because he has that fucking magic rope, and we've been talking about this magic rope on this show, and I'm starting to believe this magic rope works. And I want to get a magic rope. I'm gonna put out an order on Amazon and get a rope from Poland, and our show's going to be #1 above Joe Rogan. And I'm telling you, we got that rope, we're going to the top. This guy hasn't lost since he got that magic rope. Think about it. And you know what? Look, it was a good fight.
I thought he froze there. And you know what?
No, not yet.
And he lost.
I almost choked up my spit. I'm going to say this, is that it was a good fight, and I agree with Freddie, man. It could have went, look, Yan won it, but there was... It could have been different,
Come on, Yan won, man. Come on, AJ.
Yan won,
I'm being facetious here. I'm not being...
No, but you got to give him credit. Am I right? You got to give him credit. You got to give Israel credit, man.
Well, I give credit to everybody that goes into the cage, but if you're going to judge this fight and all, you gotta say Yan won. And if anything, Izzy is too small for the division. And... I like how he ended up, man. Izzy has been a man about it. He gave Yan his props. Yan is a good champion. I even like John Jones, who kind of gave some props to Izzy. At the beginning, he was trash-talking him, but after that, he gave him a little bit of props. And this is the fight game, man. Everybody's tough. Everybody is dangerous, and weight matters. And Yan was a bigger man, and on the ground. If anything, like I said Saturday, I was a little disappointed that Izzy wasn't able to bump his way out a little bit, or like his skills from his back kind of left me a little bit like, I don't know. But hey, Yan had 30 pounds on him, so that counts in a fight. Props to Yan, and Izzy's going to be a great champion at 185. I don't see anybody beating him at 185 right now.
Freddie, you're absolutely right. And I think if that wasn't the case with Yan on top, I think Israel would have had a better fight outcome if he could have kept his standing and continued doing what he was doing. But once Yan was on top of him, and with 30 pounds, with a guy who knows how to grapple, there's no doubt about it. It gassed him out. It smashed him. It smashed him big time. Polish power, man.
Patrick C. Hamilton. I'm interrupting you for a super chat. This AJ is interrupted for a more important message by Patrick C. Hamilton, who says, I am feeling lucky. I have to start betting Dave's choices. Maybe start a newsletter. That's right. Tell everybody, tell the world. Team Dave is on fire. 2 weeks in a row. 2 weeks ago, our 6-fight parlay came through. 6 fights. Dogs, favorites, the whole deal. We had Alexis Davis. We had Dustin Jacoby. We had Alex Caceres. We had Montana De La Rosa that came through in a draw, so it was a push, so we were fine. See, weird shit keeps happening for our parlays to come through. Magomed Ankalaev, Cyril Gann, all 6 came through. Last week we gave you Yan Blachowicz, Aljamain Sterling, Amanda Nunes. Team Dave came through, okay? Dave needs some new shoes. There's new Yeezys coming out on the weekend. Big Daddy wants them. He wants them. And I'm going to let it ride. We're letting it ride this weekend. We're making more money. I got more winners for you this weekend. More! More! I have so many winners. I'm so hyped for this card this weekend. We're going to win more money. Dave,
listen, I got to give it to you. You pulled it off. The fluke of all flukes, a draw and then a bullshit disqualification that's never happened in any other combat sport. Woo. Not in the UFC, definitely not in boxing like that, where it's a title fight. And I don't even know if in the WWE anybody's been disqualified in a title fight because someone got like a freaking banana peel under their foot. You know?
No one's ever been disqualified in a WWE title match. AJ. Oh,
hey,
my
by
God.
the way, did you get
if you only knew how funny that was. And you know what happens in WWE title matches if there's a disqualification, right? You know what happens to the championship, right? The champion remains champion because you can't win a title in a disqualification. Only the stupid fake UFC does that.
Unless there's a special cause.
There you go.
Unless there's like unless there's a clause in the match where it's like, oh, if you lose by DQ or count out, you still lose the title. Like that was the deal with The Miz a couple weeks ago. If he ran away from Bobby Lashley again, they would have stripped him of the title and then just given it to Bobby. Meanwhile, Bobby just won. Bobby. I want to see Bobby and Brock. I want to see Bobby and Brock at WrestleMania. AJ will be down with that, right? Bobby Lashley, Brock Lesnar. That's for MMA fans right there. That would be sick. WWE's teasing that. I don't know if they bring Brock back, but that would be sick. I would like to see Bobby and Brock. Anyways, Yan Blachowicz is going to fight the #1 contender for the light heavyweight championship next. It'll be Glover Teixeira versus Yan Blachowicz. That's a fight that should have happened, boys. As much as everybody likes Israel Adesanya, I don't really think that he made sense jumping up to 205. I don't know why that fight kind of happened out of nowhere. No one was really asking for Yan versus Israel, but I do think that they did it. I think it was a calculated move on the UFC's part. You either make Israel into a bigger star by having him be a double champ and maybe set up a John Jones fight down the road, or you make Jan Blachowicz into a bigger star by having him beat Israel Adesanya, who's one of your up-and-coming stars. So you make a good pay-per-view out of Jan Blachowicz, and, next time around, people might be more intrigued by seeing him fight. Let's not forget, he gave Israel Adesanya his first ever loss. So I think Yan is a bigger star now.
It sold 800,000 pay-per-views still, so this was a success.
Internationally.
Multiple title fights.
Those are the international
Israel
sales,
was
though,
probably
right?
the biggest.
I think those are the
worldwide.
international. Worldwide is 800,000? Okay.
600,000 in the U.S. and 200,000 outside of the U.S. Yeah, global is 800,000, which is very, very good. And you know what? Israel sold, man. And not to take it away, you got to give him credit.
He was the biggest star.
You got to give him credit.
That night.
He was. Well, I don't know. Amanda
Even
Nunes
if he lost,
was
he's the
pretty
one.
much.
He was the alpha.
Yeah, I agree. And you know what? A lot of people were looking forward for him winning. And if that would have been the case, man, it would have been beautiful to start chasing down Bones Jones, either in the light heavyweight or in the heavyweight. That's the only thing that kind of fizzed out was by Israel not winning. And let's not forget, he didn't get submitted by Yan, and he didn't get knocked out by the Polish power. So you can say what you want. He went the distance, and he didn't die along the way. So you got to give this guy credit. Israel was able to do it.
Here we go. You got to give it to him.
The distance and don't die.
Hey, you went the distance and you didn't get finished. Look, I think you're right. I thought Yan was gonna finish him. He didn't finish him. But let's be honest. Israel did lose, and Dave did tell you he would lose. So that's really the most important thing. Is that Dave was right, AJ was wrong, and Fred. Oh, I'm taking Fred on my side. Fred's on my team, all right? Even if he picked Israel.
No, Fred lost,
technically,
man.
No, he's on my team. I told Fred that even if he picked. No. Dave is right, AJ's wrong. That's how this show works. And Fred is always on. Fred's always just right, all right? Fred's right, too. All right.
Fred is
Douglas
right
Hepburn dropped the super chat. He goes, way to go, Patrick. Tail between my legs. I guess it's a super chat battle. Patrick is like dropping the big super chat right off the bat. And Doug is not like fighting back with the big super chat. You know what I mean?
That's all right, man. We appreciate it, guys.
Oh, damn!
Love. What happened?
Angelo just took over Patrick's big super chat of the night. Angelo with a bigger super chat that Patrick says you guys rock. Thank you, Angelo. We love you big time. We appreciate you big time. And we're going to keep giving you winners. I hope you're all winning with Dave. Team Dave. Team Dave.
Super Dave. Listen, Team super Dave. Chat. Hey, whatever happened to our super chat thing, man? I missed that thing.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, for Angelo, listen, Angelo, I'm going to have a special T-shirt I'm wearing next week, man. You're going to see. It's for the home country. You'll know what I'm talking about.
Well, shout out to Angelo, shout out to Patrick, shout out to Doug, shout out to all the members, and shout out to everybody super chatting. We appreciate you guys supporting the team. I got more winners for you tonight. I got more winners for you tonight. We're gonna win. We're gonna make more money this weekend. Man, let's go, baby.
Listen, I'm just happy about one thing, that you didn't flip out, because generally when we have technical issues on the show, Dave loses his shit.
I did.
He loses the lid.
I did.
You did, but then and I'm happy about it, because every time that happens, Dave comes out on fire, and I always tell him, I'm like, Dave, we should get you upset more often, because you're like awesome.
You know why I'm on fire?
You become super awesome.
You know why I'm on fire? I haven't smoked a joint in a long time, so I'm a little I got a lot of energy. You know what I mean? This is what happens when I don't smoke weed. I'm just like, all the time. I'm like, That's why I need to smoke weed, because otherwise it would be unbearable for people around me. It's good for a show because I'm like high energy. I'm drinking coffee. I'm like, let's go. But I need the weed to kind of calm me down and put me at like a normal level. Otherwise, I'm just bananas all the time. Woo! Yeah.
Me, it was the opposite. When you guys hotboxed me, man, it was completely opposite. I never felt more mellow in my whole life, but I've never seen more cats in my whole life. I've never seen that amount of cats in my life. Everywhere. I have nightmares sometimes because of that day, man.
The only guy I know who caught a contact high and hallucinated. I've never heard of that in my life.
Because I was going to say, there weren't
And I was
any
locked
cats.
out of the building.
Where did you see cats?
I saw them in the elevator. I saw them downstairs in the basement. I saw them outside in the street.
Hallucinating.
No, but the thing that got me the worst is I didn't know how I ended up outside looking for my papers, and I still don't know how I ended up back in the building because I couldn't remember what floor we were on TSN. Yeah. And I was like flipping out, and I ended up in the basement. I thought it was like a fucking morgue. It was so dark in there, and I see a cat again, and I start flipping out. I swear to God, man, I'm like, what is this, the fucking Catville? It was nuts. I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Marco was the Undertaker.
It's like the birds. Poor Marco, he's flipping out. Muscles Marco.
AJ got hotbox, got secondhand weed smoke high, and he hallucinated afterwards. Never heard of that shit in my life. Me and Fred smoking big joints. We never hallucinate. I wish I could hallucinate off weed. That'd be fantastic. That would be fantastic. It would make my life a lot more interesting. Hey, you know?
Listen, man.
It's like that old Norm Macdonald joke. You know, Norm Macdonald is talking about doing acid. You know, he's like, oh, it's a great deal. You know, it's $5 for a hit of acid, and then in like 10 or 20 years, you know, you get a flashback. You know, I mean, that's a great deal. It's more bang for your buck. You know. And he never got a flashback, so he was disappointed. You know, but I like that. I think that's a good deal. I think that makes a lot of sense. Shout out to Norm Macdonald. Shout out to LSD. Shout out to all my friends. Okay, what else do we have here?
Wait, hold on a second. Wait, I was gonna say something. I just saw something on the chat. Angelo, by the way, I know you're from Greece. I know you're. Yeah. I'm talking about. It's coming from Greece, man. What I'm gonna wear next week, straight from like Greek.
I love it. Shout out to Greece. Shout out to Greece. We love it. We love Greece. We love souvlakis and other things, right? Souvlakis are good. Yum, yum. Tzatziki and so on. Delicious. All right.
Salad.
Oh, Fred. Salad? You're such a fancy guy. Look at you.
George's souvlaki, man. Now that's a good place.
Yeah, that's good. I like Villa souvlaki. Is that still open in NDG? That place was good.
That's awesome, man. Villa souvlaki.
Yeah, real good.
So good, man. Marvin's, you know Marvin's? Marvin's is like one of the best. You don't know Marvin's? This is what we're going to do.
All right.
The next time that we're allowed to have a universal Ringside Report Network party, we're all going to go to Marvin's. Angelo knows what I'm talking about.
If he pays me enough. I don't go anywhere unless they pay me.
For sure.
That's how it works. Because Team Dave makes money. We don't go anywhere unless they pay us. We're here to make the big bucks. Let's go! Team Dave! Team Dave, woo woo! I'm pushing this Team Dave thing. So pissed. I love this Team Dave. Team Dave, woo woo! Team Dave.
You saw my face when it was disqualification. It's not only that I lost the parlay. I lost the fact that I couldn't I was so pissed. I couldn't freaking
you couldn't
mock
gloat.
you or anything.
Yeah, you can't do nothing.
I couldn't gloat, man.
You can't say
I was
nothing.
so ready, man.
What a
bullshit call.
And I told you about Big Yan. Told you about Big Yan.
Listen.
Shout out to calamari.
Calamari, man.
We love calamari. It's delicious too. Yeah, tell me something. Calamari. Tell me something.
No, I was going to talk about the Aljamain Sterling and the Peter Yan, which Peter Yan technically should have won.
I don't want to hear you talk about it.
No. I'm just going to say, did you hear what else happened? I mean, look, there's one thing with losing by DQ, which you had your two hands up in the air, which in my opinion would have been, I would have thrown a knee as well, man, because that's the bullshit with this one hand down, you stall and all this kind of stuff. His hands were up. So in my opinion, too, I was thinking the guy was standing. But listen, this is not the issue. The issue is with
Are you really debating whether or not it was an illegal knee? Are you really pulling that? Come on, Fred, you picked Piotr Yan. What did you think of the knee? That's a disqualification, right? You got to call a DQ on that. The guy was fucked up.
I mean, it's an illegal strike, and Aljamain played it well, and good for him, man. The only thing I don't like is him trying to, I don't know, actually he's denied it, but I want him to fight Peter Yan next. I don't want to see him against Henry Cejudo or anybody else. No. Give me that Peter Yan rematch, man.
It's happening, 100%.
You owe that to the fans.
He knows it. Yan knows it. Dana knows it. Everybody knows it. Piotr Yan, Aljamain Sterling, that's next. Jan Blachowicz, Glover Teixeira, that's next. Yan said if Glover can wait 6 months, whatever, we'll do the fight then. Glover's next for the light heavyweight title. I'm down with that. That's a good fight. I already know who to bet on and everything, so we're ready to go.
Yeah, but wait. You didn't make me finish.
Matt Serra, Aljamain Sterling.
Yes.
What? Tell me.
Yes,
I know what happened.
Upsets me.
He's not in the corner anymore because Aljamain didn't ask him to be in the corner anymore, and Matt Serra's sad about it, and he's talking publicly about it. He's saying, I don't want to be a corner anymore. You know, I don't want to do this anymore. Aljamain didn't put me in his corner. I get that. And that's cool.
Man. Come on,
Dave. Hey, but you don't know what Aljamain's reasons are. You know, he's like, and Sarah's like, he's got this new guy. He's only been with him for 3 months, and now he's in his corner, this Eric Nixick guy. How come this guy's in his corner and I'm not? I've been with him for years.
Extreme Couture.
Well, maybe Aljamain gels with this guy better, and he likes him better, and he has more confidence in him. It's Aljamain's fight.
Now it gives me...
It's Aljamain's fight. Yeah, why is Matt Serra talking about it on his podcast?
Because
Come on, man.
He's right.
No.
I'm on Matt Serra's
Sarah's
team on
wrong.
this. Matt Serra's absolutely right. And if I was Matt Serra, I would corner Peter Yan
on
the
Matt
next fight
Serra.
and hope Sterling is going to smash him because he deserves it.
Aren't you Matt Serra?
Bullshit rolling around.
I thought you were Matt Serra.
Me and Matt Serra could be like in the same family.
I thought you were the same guy.
I'm on Matt Serra's team. Well, we could.
That's why I had you on the show.
I'm going to tell you something.
Because you're Matt Serra. I wouldn't just have some ordinary bum on the show. You're former UFC welterweight champion Matt Serra. You beat GSP.
That beat George St. Pierre. Exactly.
I wouldn't have some jabroni on the show. I have Matt Serra and my good friend Wanderlei Silva, right? That's who you guys are. Right?
Oh, yeah, I see the resemblance.
Listen, man, don't diss Matt Serra, dude. Don't diss Matt Serra. Matt Serra is our friend. And you know what? He's absolutely right.
Could have went with Arlovsky because of the beard, at least, or something.
I don't know why I said Wanderlei. I was just like, who's a guy that would be funny for Fred to be? Oh, Wanderlei, that's funny.
George Clooney, man. You should have said George Clooney or something, man, with the beard and all that. Come on, Dave.
Does George Clooney have a beard?
Could have. Well, yeah, he had a beard the last time I saw him.
All right, so you're mad at Aljamain Sterling because he cost you your parlay and he made fun of your buddy that looks like you, Matt Serra. AJ with the hat off looks like Matt Serra, you know, and that's why, AJ's just sad because he loves Matt Serra because he's his paisan and they look the same.
No. Let's be honest. It's like something outside of MMA. It's like hockey or football. You have a coach there for a reason. He's there busting his ass every day to make your team better. And Matt Serra was there years upon years working with this guy all the time. And Matt Serra, he has a strong work ethic. And not to be called into his corner is a kick to the face. I would bring it up publicly. I would fucking bring it up publicly. I'd be like, bullshit, Sterling.
That's not the type of thing you bring publicly, man. You keep it within the team.
What team?
Isn't Sterling still training with them?
Not anymore. I'd kick him out of my gym if I were like Matt Serra. And second of all,
isn't he still training with Longo and all that?
He is.
Why would it? I would understand if he wasn't at that gym no more. But since he's still at the gym, man, you don't bring that publicly, man. That seems like sour grapes.
Dude, he's not going to be at the gym very long. And listen, I'll go over Matt Serra over Sterling with his Oscar award-winning MMA performance. Exactly. And you know what? That rolling and pretending he was knocked out, and not even 5 minutes later, he's out having an interview.
Oh, here we go.
15 minutes later, he's having drinks and Dom Perignon and caviar.
Oh, yeah.
And listen, I know that if I was knee to the face, I'd be on an EMT stretcher.
Oh, yeah. Aljamain Sterling talked about that. He says, I don't remember the interview. They're like, do an interview. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
he says he doesn't remember the interview. He took one picture because his teammates wanted to take pictures with him. He took one picture with the belt, and then he had one glass of champagne. Then he spent the rest of the night puking because he was concussed.
Yeah,
because he was concussed. Because he was fucked up. Because he took a blatant illegal knee to the face. And if you would bet on Aljamain Sterling, you would be Aljamain, that poor guy, Piotr Yan, he's such an idiot. You would be on the other side. And I'm telling you, if Matt Serra and Ray Longo didn't have names that ended in vowels, I bet you wouldn't be so up in arms either, AJ. How about that? How about that, buddy? I don't see you defending any other coaches. All of a sudden, Matt Serra, your buddy that looks just like you, all of a sudden you're like, this guy, you can't do that, Aljamain. And it's funny, AJ, Aljamain is the guy you have a problem with, and Matt Serra is your buddy. I'm just saying, AJ, there's a pattern here, buddy, okay? And I'm a little bit disturbed by the pattern is all I'm saying, okay? So I think you need to take a look. You need to take a look and pay attention to what you're really doing. Evaluate yourself. Look inside yourself, AJ. Find out where your emotions are really coming from, because I think they're misdirected, okay? I think your love for Matt Serra is a little bit confused. You know, I think you think he's handsome because when you look in the mirror...
He's a handsome little devil.
Well, exactly. When you look in the mirror, you see exactly the same face, so you're like, oh, I love that face. He's so handsome. I love Matt Serra.
So you're going to pick Sterling again in the rematch, Dave?
No, fuck no.
What?
No,
Come
definitely
on,
not.
Yeah, there you go.
For sure not. He was losing. I admitted I got lucky there. Yeah, I got lucky. He took an illegal knee. But I'll say this, the first 2 rounds were pretty tight, and I wouldn't be surprised if Aljamain won them. I haven't seen the scorecards. Have you?
What?
Do you see
I think
scorecards?
Like John Jones, Pico,
two scorecards at Peter Yan and one at Sterling, from what I read.
No, Dave, come on.
Up in the fight?
Sterling was losing.
Yeah, one of them had I think 2 rounds. That happened in the 4th round, was it?
Yeah.
So yeah, one of them had 2 rounds to 1 for Sterling, and the 2 others had 2 rounds for Yan, I think it was.
Yeah,
and we're in the 4th round there, you know, and it did look like it was going in Petr Yan's direction, but I think Aljamain Sterling looked good early on, and if he would have turned it around in the 4th round and won the 5th round, who knows? Maybe he would have won legitimately, but judging by the fight and how it played out, I think the smart play would be to bet on Petr Yan the next time around. And thankfully, I have the benefit of seeing the fight and seeing how it was going to make my pick next time. But guess what? I don't give a shit because I fucking won off a fucking illegal knee to the head. I don't care. What do I care? Did I pick wrong? Yes, I picked wrong. I think I made the wrong pick. But he won. Should he have won? I don't know. Would he have won if it went to decision? Probably not. Was he losing the fight at that point? Definitely. But he won. So, and I have no problem with him winning.
Even when you lose, you win. I'm telling you, man. Talk about fluking out.
Maybe you just need to join Team Dave, and then everything will be all right. Team Dave, woo, woo.
Maybe.
Are you picking Belal Muhammad on Saturday? Freddie and I are going with Leon Edwards. You're going with Belal Muhammad, I think, which is a little wild. I think you wanted to go with Leon Edwards, but...
Like, I might put Belal in a parlay because I like that plus 215 odd, but if you're asking me, like, on a pick him, who I'm going to pick Leon Edwards. I'm just saying that plus 215 for Belal Muhammad is still, like, tempting.
I'm not tempted because I don't think he's going to win. I don't think he's going to win, but I think that he might. You know what I mean? So I only bet on people that I think are going to win. Sometimes I'm wrong, but I'm only going to go with people that I believe will win. I don't believe Belal will win, but I believe he might win. You know what I mean? Like, I believe Leon Edwards will win, but I'm not super convinced. Like, if I were to put a percentage on it, I would say Leon Edwards has a 75% chance of winning this fight. That leaves a big shot for Belal Muhammad. Other fights here, I would give less. You know, like Angela Hill over Ashley Yoder. I would give Angela Hill a 97% chance of winning that fight. You know, there are some fights on this card that I'm giving, you know, a pretty solid pick behind. This one, I don't really believe in Leon Edwards that much. And AJ, are you going with Belal Muhammad? Just give me say yes or no. Just say something.
Look, I'm going to go with this right now. I'm going to stick with Belal on my parlay, and I'm going that route. And it's really because this guy we haven't seen him go 5 rounds, but the amount of pressure he puts in the pace of the fights, I don't know if the opponent can like go the 5 rounds coming back from like almost 2 years of being off, COVID involved, and all kinds of factors. I'm not sure, man. I'm telling you.
I like how
anything that's going to make him lose this fight, it's going to be a ring rust.
I like how you forgot Leon Edwards' name midway through that sentence. That was good.
No, I was trying to think of many things at the same time.
Opponent.
I did a Joe Biden
there. Yeah, you're about his same age, right? You guys started karate together back in your elementary school days.
In the Cobra Kai days, man.
That's right. You and Joe Biden back in your youth.
Kick him in the nuts.
How old are you?
I mean, Joe Biden sniffs more people than Pepe.
Yeah.
Yes, he does. True,
that's not what
Freddie.
we're talking about.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think Joe Biden is very creepy. Very creepy. All the Joe Biden sniffing the girl's hair, and and like I'm talking about girls, like children. He's very inappropriate. Joe Biden, creepy Joe, whatever. Sleepy Joe, creepy Joe, whatever you want to call him, grabby Joe. I don't like Joe Biden. I did not like Donald Trump, but I do not like Joe Biden. I tell you what, I don't really like any American president or Canadian prime minister or anybody that's in politics in general. I think everybody in politics is really in it for themselves. They're not altruistic. They're not in it for the people whatsoever. They have massive egos, and they're doing it to feed their massive egos by winning these popularity contests. I think they're completely in it for themselves. I think politicians are all scum, and they can all go fuck themselves. That's how I feel.
That's why we're in the politics of...
Especially the sister kisser in chief here, Frankie Lego, who keeps keeping us under goddamn what do you call it? Couvre-feu. Curfew. Thank you, Fred. Thank you for translating. The goddamn curfew for what? 2-3 months now? Yeah, I know. It's beautiful. That's Quebec, baby. That's
probably
Quebec.
Going to go all the way to May at least, man.
It's ridiculous.
Because he's saying like it won't have. He's not going to take it off before like the 65-year-olds get vaccinated, and that won't be before like the end of May. So, anyways, fuck you, sister kisser.
Yeah, fucking sister kisser in chief. What a bitch. Yeah, fuck you, sister kisser. Fuck Frankie Lego. He is a punk ass bitch. And he kisses his sister like this. And he grabs her boobs and everything. I don't know. I made that part up. That part I made up, but I believe that he probably does more than just kiss his sister. That's all I'm saying. What
is this, Deliverance, man?
Yo, it's disgusting,
seen
man.
that movie?
Disgusting. No, I haven't, because I'm not as old as you. Johnny North likes curfew for some reason. Johnny's so weird.
Okay. I want to call out some people, man.
Call out Johnny North. Get him. Get him.
Yeah, well, it's the same type of comment that makes me go crazy. This guy I work with goes with me like, oh, I like the curfew because it helps me. He has two sons, 21 and 3, and he's like, oh, it helps me keep them at home. They don't go out as much. And I'm like, yeah, that's not a good reason for curfew, motherfucker. Learn to be a fodder. I like curfew because it helps me get my at home. This other guy goes to me, well, I like curfew because
they're adults. How about they're adult children, like 21 and 23? How about get them out of your house like they're adults? What are you doing?
This other guy goes to me, I like the curfew because there's less noise on the street and I could sleep better. And I'm like, again, it's not a good news for a good reason for curfew. Go fucking live somewhere else.
That's right. 100%. I agree.
Exactly. Go to the country or something.
The fact that I can't go to a fucking dépanneur to get some milk past 8 p.m. is fucked. I wanted some candy at 7:40, and I didn't go out, man. No, because you can't. Because the stores close at 7:30. Everything shuts down at 7:30. We're not allowed out of our houses past 8 p.m. We can't go to the fucking corner store
AJ,
to
why
get
are you doing
Coke.
This to me, man?
We can't go get a goddamn Coke or some Skittles or goddamn anything at a corner store after 7:30 at night. And this has been months of this shit where we live. Fuck the guy who's in charge. Frankie Lego, sister kisser in chief, punk ass bitch. Fuck
What's
this
up
place.
With these people kissing
Yo,
their
I'm
sisters,
moving to Ontario. No, fuck
hair?
Ontario. I'm moving to Texas or Florida or one of these places where everything's fucking wide open. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck these people.
I watched them golf earlier, and they had some fans for the first time, man. And I think I'm not sure where they were actually.
I'm going to WrestleMania.
But they had fans.
Let's go to WrestleMania. 25,000, 2 nights, Florida. Raymond James Stadium, Tampa. Let's go to Tampa, okay? April 10th and 11th. WrestleMania. 2 nights, 25,000 people for each night. They're going to sell 50,000 tickets over a weekend in a giant football stadium. They're not going to fill it, but 25,000, I think we could get some tickets. Let's go to Florida. Let's go to WrestleMania. Fuck this, man. At least there,
that would be awesome,
we can go where we want after 8 p.m. I'm goddamn sick of the curfew. Like, I can't believe it. I'm a grown man. I'm an adult. I'm not allowed out of my house past 8 p.m. Fucking outrageous. Like, okay, for the first couple of weeks, first month, whatever, but this motherfucker's like, there's no end in sight. Right? There's no end in sight. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Dude,
sickening.
but listen,
Sickening to live in this
that's
prison,
a good thing about
prison
our show.
state.
listen, COVID actually helped our show. If it wasn't for COVID, I mean, there was no other sport other than the UFC going on and then the WWE. And those are our shows. So that was like the best thing about COVID. It really helped our show. Other than that, I mean, think about it. It was great.
Sure about that?
Because you look at guys that,
I don't think it did.
Yeah.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't help the show.
Sure
No,
it
it
did. We were
didn't.
talking
Because
about
the
it.
economy has
Hockey
been
was
shut
stopped.
down.
Football
Nobody
stopped.
has any money. And just because the UFC's the only game in town doesn't mean anybody has the money to pay for it or do anything. When the money goes, everything goes. And because everything's been shut down for so long, even though there's no real science behind a lot of that shit that's been shut down, hey, everything's got the shit. The economy's got the shit. Everything's gone to shit. Everything.
Damn, Dave, you just like... this little rant just made up for months of me like wondering what was happening with my boy Dave, man. But this little rant there, thanks, Dave. Now let's get AJ, man, to stop like. Let's stop. AJ, he's still like on the fear porn, man. I'm happy you're back, Dave.
Yeah, that's right. Well, look, Fred, all we needed to do was get Donald Trump out of office, and now we can agree. We both hate the American president again, equally, just the way it should be at all times, you know? We both dislike the American president. I always dislike the American president. But, for some reason, you guys were like, oh, no, this guy's all right. And I'm like, no, I don't think so. I think he's just as shitty as all the other ones, maybe even shittier. And you guys are like, no, I like this guy. But now he's gone, so now we can just, be cool.
It's boring now, man.
Now we can dislike. It's boring. Are you kidding me? It's a lot better because it's a lot better. Believe me. I'll explain it to you later, AJ.
Nah, man.
No, I'm going to be with AJ.
Just like watching like fucking... Boring. It's boring, dude. It's like
this guy
watching, like,
today
a
for the
grow.
first time faced the camera for the first time. Like he's been hiding in his basement ever since he won the election, man, and he still ain't coming out, man.
What's he doing in his basement?
He's
what's he doing?
What's the word? Groundhog
Sending
Day.
drones.
What's the name of that? Like he doesn't come out to see his own shadow.
Oh, you're talking about the
Groundhog Day? Punxsutawney Phil?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
the best,
That's
man.
who's president.
Bill Murray, man, awesome movie.
I'll tell you, he only so
you're saying
he
that
only
Biden
leaves
is the groundhog?
he only leaves the basement to go drone bomb a bunch of countries far away because that's what they do. He's a chicken hawk, just like all the other American presidents. Go fucking bomb people half a world away and act like you're a fucking good guy. Fucking Joe Biden.
Easy,
but hey, we love all our American listeners, okay?
I love America. God bless America.
Yeah, me too.
God bless America.
USA, man, all
America.
The way.
Yeah, for sure.
I still sing the national anthem.
My great-grandfather was American. Did you know that, Dave? My great-grandfather was American.
And apparently, if you my great-grandmother was Vietnamese, so there. Who won the war? Mine. My side, baby. We won. Just saying.
Oh, my God.
Vietnam War. Who won that shit? Not the Americans, baby. Vietnamese. Don't fuck with the Vietnamese. We don't fuck around.
Yeah, but didn't the French also lose a little bit in Vietnam? So, I mean, you're like a winner and a loser at the same time.
I'm taking only the winning side, Fred. This is what I do. Aljamain Sterling, I take the winning side, okay?
Sterling.
Exactly.
I was going to say.
Let's go. Okay, what's next on this fight card? I got to preview the fights and stop talking about this bullshit with you guys before we get kicked off YouTube. We're going to get kicked off YouTube, okay? God damn, pal.
Don't do it, man.
Pepe.
Pepe, I love Pepe.
I love Pepe. I love Bugs Bunny.
I brought Pepe because I told Dave once, since I smoke weed, I'm known as Papa Le Pew because when I smoke weed, I come in and my girlfriend thinks I smell like skunk. So I'm Papa Le Pew, and this is Pepe Le Pew. My daughter loves Pepe Le Pew, and I'm Papa Le Pew, and she loves me also.
He's pretty rapey, though. You got to admit, he's pretty rapey. As a character. Pretty rapey character, always trying to fuck that cat. He was always trying to fuck a cat, and the cat was like, ugh. And Pepe's like, oh, come here, baby, I'm going to fuck you. And it's like, whoa, Pepe. He was a bit of a rapey character. Not as offensive as like a Woody Allen type, but, definitely very offensive. You guys seen that Woody Allen fucking documentary? Holy shit, that guy was a pedo.
Creepy, man.
Good God almighty.
But he was funny, man. He was funny. His movies were awesome.
Yeah, I mean, he had good movies, but I don't know. I saw that documentary, and I'm like, I don't think I'm going to watch his movies anymore. I think I'm good with Woody Allen. Seems like a pedophile. that documentary series really made him seem like a pedophile. Just saying, guys.
That's all right.
Maybe
AJ still thinks that Michael Jackson is innocent.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. AJ,
Yeah,
you
damn
crazy
right.
bastards. Yeah, because
Better
you worked
believe
for
it,
Damn
man.
right.
Because you worked for didn't you work for a Make-A-Wish Foundation or something? What were you working for?
No, don't mention it. Don't mention any names. But yes, I was working with a certain foundation helping kids.
AJ was working with a
get their
foundation
wishes.
helping kids get their wishes, and
Careful,
their wishes were to
Careful,
meet
Dave.
Michael Jackson, and AJ helped the
so
kids
what?
meet Michael Jackson. So now obviously AJ's like, no, Michael Jackson wasn't a pedophile because he literally sent kids to Michael Jackson. No wonder AJ's not.
Bullshit.
AJ's in denial because he doesn't want to be complicit to a fucking crime. Jesus.
Beat it, Dave. Beat it.
Yeah, that's
Michael
what he was
Jackson
telling those
the
kids.
best. Michael Jackson was the best, man. You know,
Now I regret bringing
black or
up Michael
white,
Jackson.
he was
man.
the
This
best.
one's on me.
Sorry, Fred. I had to. I mean, AJ opened it up. I had to go there. What are you gonna do?
No, I'm not mad with
Nobody
you.
has
I'm mad
real
with
criminal,
AJ.
Dave.
Beat it.
You like that, eh? But listen,
All right.
I
Gavin
don't care what people
Tucker.
say. You
Shut
can
up,
say all you
AJ.
want about Michael, but don't
No.
talk about Jackson like that.
All right. Shut up, AJ.
I
Gavin
met his
Tucker.
sister, by the way. She was
All
awesome.
right. Yeah, all right. Gavin Tucker takes on Dan Ige. Tucker plus 124.
Hey.
The dog. Ige minus 152. The
Tucker
favorite.
is awesome.
All right, AJ.
Come to Montreal a lot.
Can you shut the fuck up and I can get through this?
No, man. Who's stopping you?
Tucker's 34.
Who's stopping you?
You are. You interrupt me every fucking 2 words.
I was just trying to say Jackson, free Jackson. That's it.
He's dead, you idiot.
Go ahead, Dave. Sorry.
Free Jackson. Gavin Tucker's 34
Dave.
from Nova Scotia, fighting out of Halifax, born in Newfoundland. It's hard for me to go against this guy because I love my Eastern Canada people. I love my people out in Halifax, out in Nova Scotia. Dave, Team Dave, and Team Nova Scotia, we're like this, Dave is like an honorary Nova Scotian, so I feel bad going against my boy, but I got to go with Dan Ige. I think he's faced tougher competition.
What? Are you
I think he's a
Dave?
little bit better. He's a little bit younger. I think he does some things that, he does he does a lot of the same things that Gavin Tucker does, but he's just a little bit better at them. I think he's a better wrestler, a little bit better jiu-jitsu. He's faced some really. He beat
way.
Edson Barbosa. He beat Mirsad Bektic. He's beat some legit guys. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He's a brown belt in judo. NC2A Division III wrestler. The guy is a legit grappler, very strong, good striking, well-rounded fighter, man. Dan Ige is good. Coming off a loss to Calvin Cater, who's very, very tough. But like I said, Ige has beat some really good guys. I think Tucker's going to be in tough here against Dan Ige. I've got Dan Ige in this fight. AJ, what? You going with the Canadian guy because you met him one time
man.
and he was nice to you, so now you're going to bet on him every time he comes up?
Exactly. And let's not forget his two wins by submission. And I think you're wrong about him being a better grappler and whatnot. In fact, they're very similar.
Because he
these two
tapped
guys.
you, and you think he's good, and he's a nice guy, and you think is that what happened, AJ? Right. What happened? Did you grapple him? Did you grapple him? Did you?
Listen, he's a very good.
Answer the question.
Very good grappler. No, I didn't grapple him. But the thing is,
you know
I've seen
people
him
that
grapple
have.
live and
You've seen him. There you go.
I've seen him
and
live
you think,
fight, of course.
Yes, you've seen him grapple in front of you, and anybody that grapples in front of AJ's eyes and looks good is immediately the best grappler. There's no way they could be out grappled by another guy who's AJ's never seen.
I saw Mackenzie Dern fight in front of me. Believe me, one of the best.
And you pick her every time, even when she's obviously going to lose.
One of the best. Well, she doesn't lose often, Dave. Let's be honest.
Yeah, you pick her every time. Dan
just like Tucker, Tucker
is going to win.
Listen,
I'm picking
Tucker's
him.
going to win this.
Okay, AJ, you're wrong again, but that's okay. You told me Israel was going to win last week, but that's fine. Freddie?
That's okay.
I'm going to go with Dan Ige. I think he's a better fighter. But Tucker's a decent guy, man, and he's had some success in the UFC. So, I'm not going to count him out. But if I have to put some money, I'm going to go with Dan Ige, who, before his last fight against Qatar, I thought Ige was, maybe a future contender. He lost to Qatar. We'll see. I like Dan Ige. He's a good fighter. And Tucker, if he wins this weekend, well, he's going to get on my radar for real. Because Dan Ige is a legit fighter. And if you could beat Dan Ige, that means you're going up in the rankings.
Who goes up in the rankings at 34? You know, he's a little old to go up in the rankings. That's what I feel like. I don't know. I'd love him to win. I want him to win. I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for the Nova Scotians, but, you know.
Yeah, but let's not
I'm going
forget,
with Dan
he's on a 3-fight winning streak.
Yeah, that winning streak.
Right?
Good job, AJ.
Yeah,
Misha Cherkunov takes on Ryan Spann.
Yeah, I thought he was younger.
Yeah, he's not that young. I mean, he's younger than me, but that doesn't mean anything because I'm old now. And if I'm old, imagine how old AJ must be. Crazy world.
He's on a 3-fight winning streak, but let's
Misha
not forget
Cherkunov.
He's
Misha
not that...
Cherkunov.
Yeah,
take
right.
it easy. Now, if I was going with AJ,
go
now,
with Tucker.
If I was a homer,
Dave's not going 3 for 3 this week.
Yeah, okay, AJ. I think I will. I think I'm gonna sweep again, but we'll see. Maybe I won't. So Misha Cherkunov. Now, if I were an AJ type of guy, I would bet on Misha Cherkunov because I saw him fight way early in his MMA career. I was at his first ever MMA fight when he beat a guy in 40 seconds who is a kung fu master who came into the octagon in basketball shorts. Looked like pure shit. I'm not going to say his name because I don't want to disrespect the man, but I don't know if he's got a MMA record to speak of. Let me see. Misha Cherkunov's first fight was, I'm not going to say the guy's name, but let's just say he looked like shit. Cherkunov,
say it, Dave.
No. Cherkunov came out looking like a monster. He looked like Lex Luger when he came out. I was like, who is this man? He is ginormous. Is he Lex Luger? And then he smashed, and then the guy in the cage was like, not an MMA fighter. He had a kung fu background. He had no shape to him. He didn't look like he was in the same weight division as Misha Cherkunov. And he was wearing basketball shorts. Like, he did not seem ready for an MMA fight, and he got smashed in 40 seconds. He then fought again later that year, lost again, 0-2, never fought again, which was probably a good thing because the guy was clearly not an MMA fighter. And I remember Misha Cherkunov in his first MMA fight coming out looking like a beast, jacked, monstrous, crushing the guy. And if I were AJ, I would pick him to win every fight until the end of time because I saw him way back when. But I am not AJ. I make sense, and I pick with who I think is actually going to win and not my heart. And even though Misha Cherkunov minus 132 the favorite, Ryan Spann plus 108 the underdog, Misha Cherkunov's Canadian, I was at his first fight, all the things that normally AJ would, pick a guy for that.
Dave,
I'm going against him. I'm going with the underdog. I'm going with Ryan Spann. I think Ryan Spann is very dangerous, very crafty, a little bit younger. Misha hasn't fought in a couple of years now. I don't know where Misha's been, but he's 34 and he hasn't fought since 2019. I don't like that. I like Ryan Spann. He's coming off a knockout loss to Johnny Walker, but before that, he won 8 fights in a row. He's a monster. He's 29 years old. He's entering the prime of his career. Misha Cherkunov is exiting the prime of his career. I think Ryan Spann wins this. He might even knock out Misha Cherkunov. I've got Ryan Spann. He's my underdog pick. He's going on my parlay. Team Dave, let's go. Team Dave, let's go. More winners, let's go.
Now I'm gonna tell you why you can't just look at one fight, because I was at the second fight of Misha Cherkunov for Warrior 1 MMA.
He lost.
And he lost, but not only did he lose, I'll always remember that his corner man had to bring him back to the dressing room because he was so winded from that fight that only went 2 rounds. And I remember coming out of there and going, whoa, maybe he was impressive in his first fight, but this guy doesn't have any cardio. And that wasn't fair, man. Misha Cherkunov has had a nice career since then, but I agree with Dave. I'm going to go with Ryan Spann to win. Ryan Spann just lost to Johnny Walker, who's a very good fighter, but other than that, he's been on a good streak. So I got Ryan Spann winning, and again, I like guys that are active, man. Cherkunov hasn't fought once in 2020. I don't like that. So Ryan Spann, maybe a TKO, maybe a decision, but I got Ryan Spann.
Yeah, I was at that fight too. Roy Boughton was the guy he fought his second fight. I remember that guy. He was a Cesar Gracie jiu-jitsu guy. out of California. He was really good, that Roy Bottin guy. I remember that fight. I remember the early days of Misha Cherkunov, a guy fighting out of Toronto. All the Ontario people would come down. So much hype. I just want to say, my boy wants to say goodnight to you guys. He wants to say what's up. Say goodnight.
Hi.
Ooh.
What do you got to say?
Howdy.
Who do you got, Misha Cherkunov or Ryan Spann?
Ryan Spann.
Thank you, buddy. There you go. You heard it You heard it from Zevi. How about Leon Edwards?
Aw.
Leon Edwards or
buddy,
Belal
how are
Muhammad?
I love you. I love you.
Leon Edwards. All right. He's
Listen.
going with Leon Edwards.
Wow. Little.
He's got Leon Edwards and Ryan Spann. There you go. And Team Zevi is Team Dave. We're
kid.
on the same team.
This
Team
kid,
Dave.
and you know what?
What?
He's like a little Dave.
He's a genius.
Wow.
He's a fight genius. He knows how to do arm bars. He knows overhooks, underhooks, close guard.
Listen.
He knows
Okay,
more
I just wanna
about
make sure that you
fighting.
heard me.
He knows more about fighting than most.
Listen, the only
most
thing these
adults.
two guys have in common is
Can
that.
you hear me, AJ?
Does he?
Can you hear me, AJ? What's going on?
Awesome, man.
What?
AJ, you there?
AJ's like on a delay. Fred, is
I hear you perfect, man.
No, see,
like
you
you're
don't
right
hear me
back at me,
perfect.
like,
You're on a massive delay,
Any
AJ.
closer, you'd be nipping my ear.
No,
Can you
you're
hear
on
me?
a massive delay, AJ. You're
I'm
not
here.
hearing me on time. What the hell is wrong with your internet? Fix your internet, AJ. I'm kicking you off the show again, goddammit. What is the matter with you?
Perfect.
No, you don't hear me perfect. You're hearing me on a massive delay because you're on your cell phone internet like I told you not to be on because you don't know how to work the internet properly. Everybody that I do these shows with knows how to work it. Glenn works it.
What is this
Fred
bullshit?
works it. Johnny works it. You're on a massive delay. Hey, Fred, he's on a delay. I'm like, AJ, can you hear me? And he's like,
he's back.
He's like,
I think he's back.
Is he back? AJ, are you back?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Can you hear me now?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Listen.
No, he's still
Listen.
on it.
No, he's still on a massive delay.
Yeah.
AJ, I'm
I
kicking
can
you off
hear
the
you.
show.
I can hear you, man.
Disconnect.
But listen, don't get mad at me, man, because it went down.
Disconnect, AJ. He's still talking. You see that, Fred? He's still on a delay. He's still talking like he's talking to me from 10 minutes ago. AJ, disconnect. Go away. Come back. Your shit's fucked up again. You suck. You don't know how to work the internet. Jesus Christ. Just when you think AJ's got it all together, he fucks it up again, eh? What the hell's going on there? How did that happen? Freddie,
AJ.
you still with me? What's with tonight? We're having all sorts of technical fucking difficulties. Team Dave is on fire. What's happening? When my son goes with Leon Edwards and Ryan Spann, you know that's the pick, right? Team Dave and Team Zev, like that's a good team. That's a good team. Who is AJ going with?
I think he's going with the other guy.
Cherkunov? He usually goes with the
Yeah.
Canadian guys, right?
Yeah, because he's Canadian. Exactly.
You're going with Ryan Spann too, right? That makes sense to me. I want to get AJ back, but like whatever. Maybe we won't get AJ back. Yeah, we need to start a GoFundMe for AJ's internet or something. We need to start some sort of AJ internet fund. I don't know what's going on with him. You know what he told me before the show? He's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to do it. What I need to do is be on my cell phone internet. And I'm like, no, AJ, that's not a good idea. That's not going to work out long term for the show. He's like, no, this is what we need to do. I think he's back. Let's see. Oh, look at that close-up of AJ's face. AJ, are you frozen? What's happening? Are you there?
He's frozen.
Hi, AJ. Can you hear me?
How come I don't see? You know what?
AJ, can you hear me?
I'm there, but
AJ, repeat 777.
I can hear you perfect, man. I feel like you're next to me. I don't know what this bullshit's happening.
No, he's
AJ,
not. He's
repeat
not.
777.
I hear you. Testing.
See, he's not doing it. He's
No,
off.
777.
No, see, you're
What is
way
it, a
off,
pizza
AJ.
number?
You're way off. Get off your cell phone internet, you fuck. Jesus. What is the matter with him? I kicked you off the show, AJ. I'm kicking you off the show until you fix your shit. Your cell phone internet is putting you on a delay. Get on real internet. Figure out how to work your stuff. I see AJ. He's on another screen. He's still talking. He hasn't disconnected yet. He's talking, but I'm not hearing him. I'm not listening to him. I can't hear him. Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. AJ, I kicked you off the show. Go fix your shit. I don't want you back. Fucking ridiculous.
Poor
man.
AJ.
Well, he's on a massive delay. What's going on with him? I don't understand how everybody else has no problem. You have no problem. Johnny has no problems. Glenn last night was on the show. He had no problems.
Earlier, I was scared it was me, and then all of a sudden I noticed it was everybody because at the beginning my screen froze, but I could still hear you guys, and then all of a sudden I got lost.
That happened to us too, but that was the computer where we're streaming from. The whole thing kind of crashed. We needed to reboot the computer. But this is AJ. This isn't me. This isn't you.
All right.
This is AJ.
I remember, I'm not going to name the place, but I remember you used to work at this huge radio station, and sometimes like 2 minutes before the show, you had to go reboot the computer, man. And they got a lot more. Yeah, exactly. So
we were on the TSN 690 radio station, and they had shitty equipment, and it was garbage, and I had to reboot the computers all the time. They probably still have those shitty-ass computers because they give them fuck all to work with because they don't really care about that place. Huh? How about that? That's the way it is.
Exactly.
They fucking invest no money because it makes no money, and they don't give a shit, and they don't fucking give them anything to work with, and they treat them like garbage too. How about that? And there are fucking people in charge of that place are fucking morons. How about that? They can suck it. Deal with it. What are you going to do? I don't work for you dicks anymore. I can say whatever the fuck I want, you pussies. I don't know shit about fighting. I don't know shit about wrestling. I don't know shit about shit. You fucking wouldn't know entertainment or a fucking new thought if it bit you in the ass. Fucking morons. Why do you think you hear the same recycled garbage? People have the same opinions over and over again over there. Why the fuck do you think that is? It's recycled horse shit. Go ahead, Fred.
I wanted to call out AJ on something, but I'm going to do it privately between us three, man.
Oh.
I'm not going to put it out there.
Whoa. I can't wait to hear what this is.
On my Facebook feed always appearing because AJ liked it, and I'm like, why did you like that, man?
Oh, what is he liking? Oh, this is intrigue. I kind of want to talk about it on the show, but if AJ's not here, like we probably shouldn't. AJ disappeared.
No, I don't want to give publicity to anybody.
Oh, yeah. All right, that's good. I think he's back, but do we trust him? You know what I mean? Do we trust him?
Let's give him a new set of numbers because he's just going to come in and say 777.
Okay, AJ, say 888.
777.
That's not what I said. Say 888.
888? Okay.
There you go. I think he's back. AJ, can you hear me?
He might be back.
I can hear you, man. I feel like I'm making a call.
Are you off your cell phone internet? Are you on real internet now?
I don't know. It's on there.
You don't know.
Listen,
Jesus.
I was going to say this.
How does that happen to you mid-show?
777-888.
How does that happen to you mid-show? How does that happen?
Don't ask me. Don't ask me. It's like your DQ that came out of nowhere. I just don't know. First of all, it happened to us before the show started, so maybe it's
Somebody
not
gave
me.
him a knee.
Yeah, it was an illegal knee to your face. You picking Ryan Stan or Misha Turkunov?
Dude, I was going to say this. Is that if I had to go, I want to go with the Canadian for sure. But the thing with Misha is that if it goes to the ground, he's going to go with a submission. Awesome grappler. I think since 2016, this guy has never gone past the first round. The only thing is that he's fighting this up-and-comer Ryan Spann who has the power to knock him out, and that's what I think is going to happen. So the only thing these two guys have in common is they both lost to my buddy, my favorite drink, Johnny Walker. Damn it, I just dropped my Skittles. So I'm giving it to Ryan Spann.
Oh, wow, you're not going with the Canadian. I'm really surprised by that. So that's a clean sweep, Ringside Report team. You're all with Team Dave tonight. Going with the underdog,
Ryan
Spann.
So that means bet it.
That's right. Bet that. Plus 108 the underdog, a slight underdog right now. Go to bet99.com, sign up using the promo code RINGSIDE, and you will get a matching bonus with your sign up, a matching bonus of up to $600 using that promo code RINGSIDE over at bet99.com. The whole team going with Ryan Spann. We're throwing Ryan Spann on our parlay. AJ's putting him on his parlay. I mean, don't go with all of AJ's parlay because it's not going to work. There'll be some losing fights there. But go with Dave's parlay. Stop advertising Skittles when you're trying to do a Bet99 ad, AJ. What's the matter with you? Stop trying to cross-brand, you silly fuck.
The funny thing I saw was...
Fred wants to say, AJ.
I want to comment. I want to comment. Icy Johnson's thing where he says he doesn't think AJ would know how to steal internet. AJ definitely doesn't know how to steal internet.
Oh,
AJ
for sure.
barely knows how to connect to a network.
That's right.
Listen, that's why I need to be on studio. I'm old school. I need to be on studio with Dave so I can shoot him with a Nerf gun. I can eat his candies. I can drink his coffee. I need to eat Fred's chips. I need to be back on studio. This bullshit is driving me nuts. And by the way, I was laughing because John Hestrom Bacon goes if I'm stealing like the internet from my neighbors. And to be honest, I tried to a couple weeks back, but it didn't work.
Yeah, because you don't know
Stealing your
how.
mom's internet.
I don't know how to do it.
Unbelievable.
Maybe I should just knock on his door and ask him for his password.
Okay. So let's go on with some other fights here on the card. Jonathan Martinez taking on Davey Grant. I don't really have a feel on that one. Martinez a big favorite, minus 323. Grant plus 250, the underdog. Matheus Nicolai taking on Manel Cape. That's an interesting fight. I think there's advantage to putting a little bit of money on Nicolau over Cape. Nicolau plus 111, the underdog. Cape minus 137, the favorite. I wasn't super impressed with what I've seen from Manel Cape. Nicolau's looked pretty good. This is his second time in the UFC. He went 2-1 last time. He left the promotion. He's won 2 straight. He's 28 years old from Brazil. I like him to beat Manel Cape. I'm going to go with Nicolau for the upset. Eric Anders taking on Darren Stewart. That's an interesting fight as well.
Yeah, boy.
I know AJ loves Eric Anders, but I'm going to go with Darren Stewart on this one. Darren Stewart is the favorite, minus let's see here, minus 185. Anders plus 148, the underdog. You guys have any thoughts on any of those fights? I know AJ probably picking Eric Anders because he loves him for some reason.
Roll Tide. Listen, man, it's Anders, man. If there's going to be a fight to win, I see Anders winning this one. So I'm going with Eric on this fight.
All right. We've got Angela
Our
Hill,
buddy, too.
Ashley Yoder. This is a rematch. These two were supposed to fight a little while ago. It got canceled because of somebody in the corner had COVID, so they had to push the fight. They fought back in 2017. Angela Hill won a unanimous decision. Angela Hill coming in here as a minus 385 the favorite. Yoder plus 290 the dog. I think the play here is Angela Hill by decision. It was 4 years ago, less than 4 years ago when it happened. I don't see much of a difference here when it happens again. I'm going to go with Angela Hill by decision. That seems to be a pretty good one. That might be the lock.
You think so?
Okay. I think
She's
she
fighting
wins.
a southpaw.
I think she
She's
wins as
fighting
a
a
lock.
southpaw.
Yeah, she beat her before, though, pretty easily.
I know. And you know what? Every time they fight a second time, it's showing that they lose. And you know what? I don't know, man. This is a tough one. I wouldn't even want to put this on my parlay. I don't want to put this on my parlay. At 36 years old, man,
Right.
I don't know.
I'm putting it down. I got Angela Hill here. How about our buddy Charles Jourdain taking on Marcelo Rojo? Charles, Montrealer, friend of the
man.
show. He's coming
back.
in as a favorite here. Charles Jourdain. Charles Air, minus 256 the favorite. Rojo, plus 205 the underdog. I like Charles in this fight. He should win. But big favorite.
Man.
Big favorite. I'm going to go with Charles, but, it's tough to be a Quebec fighter and training under the pandemic. So I wonder how Charles' training has been. Rojo, I don't know too much about him, but it's a dangerous fight. Any fight,
it's his first UFC.
Any fight in the UFC is dangerous. I think Charles should win, but again, it's been tough in the province of Quebec getting your training in, and that's where Charles is from. So hopefully everything's gone well for him. I'm going with Charles to win, but, dangerous fight.
But this guy that he's fighting is like no joke. I mean, I saw a couple of his fights. I looked at the combat promotions, and I saw him fight a couple of guys, and this guy is no joke. I mean, he has 12 first-round finishes. This guy has very good striking. He has a good power punch, good knees. He's very similar to Charles Jourdain. But if you're going to look at it through and through, Charles pretty much is one of those fighters that should have won his last fight, should have probably won the fight before with Feely. And, he's one of these guys that it goes to the judges' hands and they screwed up, and that's the thing. So Charles doesn't have like that the right results in his 10-3 scorecard. I think he should have won his last fight, and I think he has a lot more going into this fight and even into this division. I mean, Charles is amazing. One of the best flying knees, great striking. His grappling has greatly improved, and that I can say. Overall, Charles is a favorite for a reason. And you know what? Marcelo's, this is his UFC debut. He's coming in here, and he's no joke. So anytime Charles fights someone, he's not fighting a jabroni. He's fighting someone that has some pretty good baggage behind him. So I'm going with Jourdain on this one.
All right.
For the TKO, in fact.
Freddie? Charles?
Yeah, I got Jourdain. I think, well, I don't know much of the other guy, so I basically agree with what you said, Dave, that Jourdain, if anything, should be scary is does he have the adequate training with all the rules here in Quebec? But other than that, I like Jourdain in this fight.
We've got Nasrat Hakparas taking on Rafa Garcia, and Nasrat is the favorite, minus 350. Garcia plus 260, the underdog. I think there's value going with Garcia. He's undefeated, making his UFC debut. Nasrat is okay, but he's not like this amazing fighter. He's lost some fights. He's been knocked out. I could see him getting knocked out again here. This is a tough guy, and Rafa Garcia, one of the best fighters coming out of Mexico, one of the top prospects. You know he's going to have a good chin. You know he's going to have some heavy hands. Undefeated fighter coming in as a pretty big underdog and against Nasrat. This guy's 26 years old. Has won a bunch of fights, man. 12-0. I think you take a look at him as an underdog pick here. I'm gonna go with the underdog out of Mexico to beat Nasrat. I've got him. I've got Rafa Garcia from Mexico for the win.
I agree with you, David. I was going to say he's on an 8-fight winning streak and pretty much a lot
12-fight winning streak. He's won 12 in a row.
He's won 12?
Yeah, he's 12-0.
Under promotion. Yeah, under Combat America, he was on an 8-fight winning streak.
But he's 12-0 as a pro.
Yeah, he's 12-0 as a pro. You're right. But the thing is that there was a lot of talk about this guy being like the most gifted fighter in that promotion. There's a lot of talk about him, and you know what? You're right. If anyone's going to win as an underdog, I think this is the fight because no one really knows him. So
I like him to win.
This guy's been training with T.J. Dillashaw, Cub Swanson. You know, he was a part of Justin Gaethje's training camp to help him prepare for his title fight. So this guy has at least that experience. And you know what? I think this is it. This is the underdog that might pull it off.
Yep, I'm gonna go with Garcia. Freddie, what do you think? You got to go with a Garcia, right?
I mean, my uncle told me about him a long time ago, so yeah. I'm going to go with Garcia. I don't know him. I have him as 11-0 on SureDogs, but 12-0, whatever his record is.
Whatever. I'm
going to pick him, and hopefully he has a good debut. I was going to say, though, you mentioned earlier you had Angela Hill as your lock. I'm going to go with maybe Ronnie Yaya, who's facing Ray Rodriguez, who lost his last fight by submission, his UFC debut. I like Ronnie Yaya in that one.
Ronnie's such a big favorite, though, and I'm not convinced by Ronnie Yaya. 36 years old. I don't know. He's on the other end.
I wouldn't bet Angela Hill at minus 385 either.
But she's won already. So, I'm going to go with Ray Rodriguez. I think Ray Rodriguez beats Ronnie Yaya. How about that? AJ, what do you think about that fight?
I disagree there.
Yeah. Is AJ still there?
Oh, man. Yeah, no, I'm here. I'm just looking through. I don't know much
That's okay,
about
AJ.
this fight.
That's fine, AJ. We'll go on to the next one. Courtney Casey, JJ Aldrich. I know AJ's a big JJ Aldrich fan. What's happening, AJ? Are you okay? You having problems?
Good, bud.
Okay. JJ Aldrich coming in here 8-4 as a professional. Courtney Casey is 9-8. Ouch. Right now, we have JJ as the betting favorite. JJ minus 154, the favorite. Casey plus 125, the dog. That's pretty much where I see it. I think JJ should come away with the victory. I also like Gloria de Paula from Brazil minus 192 the favorite over Jin Yu Frey, plus 155 the dog. I'm definitely going to put Glorinia on my parlay. I believe in Glorinia a lot in that fight over Jin Yu Frey. I don't think Jin Yu Frey has a shot in hell. All right? 35 years old, 9-6, coming off 2 straight losses in the UFC. You know, you're right, Fred. I don't think Angela Hill is the lock. I think Glorinia is the lock. That's my lock of the night, okay? That's Dave's pick. Team Dave.
Gloria.
Glorinia. Her nickname is Glorinia. She's from Brazil. She's the favorite. Minus, not a huge favorite either. She should be a bigger favorite. Minus 192 over at Bet99. Different sports books have her as a different, number, but she's a favorite. Not a huge favorite, especially for my lock of the night. Go with Glorinia. Team Dave. More money? Parlay? Let's go. Glorinia. That's my lock of the night. Go with Glorinia. These are my picks. These are my picks for the Dave's parlay, okay? This is the parlay pick. This is not my picks overall. This is the picks where you win, where we win money, okay? Glorinia.
Look, Dave, she only has one UFC fight.
Hold on. I'm getting through my parlay. Series. The parlay is Glorinia, Span.
Wait. Hold on a second. Let me write this down.
Hill.
Go ahead.
That's the parlay. That's where we're at. 3-fight parlay. Glorinia, Angela Hill, Ryan Span. That's what we're going with. That's the money. Let's go, Team Dave.
And you're not going to put Charles in there?
Nope. Sorry, buddy. Can't do it. I want to. I think he's going to win. No disrespect, but I can't do it. I got Glorinia, Angela Hill, Ryan Span. Team Dave, 3-fight parlay. Let's go.
Freddie, what's yours?
I'll send it to you, man. I'm looking at Bet99, and I don't see the Rafa Garcia on it, so he's probably going to be in my parlay, but I'll send it to you before the fight. But, man, don't worry, man. I still have time.
All right.
Don't rush me, man.
Yeah, don't rush him.
No, man. People want to know, man. People want to know.
I mean,
you can always flip-flop
it is showtime, Fred.
Off and change it.
Yeah, right. We are doing the show now.
So. Listen, but we usually send the parlays on Fridays.
That's right. Man. But if you go over to Bet99.com, if you want to see Dave's parlay right now, let's go. Team Dave. This is the parlay right here. We're going with Glorinia, minus 192. Angela Hill, minus 305. Ryan Span, plus 108. We're putting 20 down for plus 298. And we're making 79.67. We're putting 20 down at a plus 298. 79.67. Put 20 down. You're going to win about $80 over at Bet99.com. Use that promo code Ringside. And don't forget, hashtag Team Dave. Team Dave.
Dave, why don't you put down mine, man, and see how much it pays out?
Well, what is it? I don't know. Tell me what your parlay is, motherfucker.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, man. I'm going to tell you right now, right off the top, I'm going to go with Belal. Like I said, I'm not going to change that. So put it down with $20 down and see what the payout is on Bet99. I'm going with Belal.
That's it? That's your parlay?
No,
one-fight parlay?
No. Belal. I'm going to go with Ryan Span.
If you put $20 on Belal just to win at Bet99, you could win 63. It's plus 215. $20 to win 63. All right, so what's your parlay? Belal, Ryan Span,
Gavin Tucker, and Charles Jourdain.
Gavin Tucker, and Charles Air, the Canada special, and you're putting 20 down. That's a plus, Jesus Christ. That's a plus 1940. Big odds for AJ. Bud. AJ's going hard. AJ's parlay.
How much is it paying out?
I mean, it pays out a lot. He's got Belal, he's got Span, he's got Tucker, he's got Jourdain. It is $20. It'll pay out $408. if AJ's parlay comes through. $20 to win 408. And you can see why my parlays come through a little bit more, because it was like $20 to win what, $80? What was it? What was mine? Like, it wasn't that much, because mine are a little bit more. Like, I'm not betting the house. I'm not going crazy. I'm just going like, all right, let's pick some winners and let's win some money. I'm not trying to
if you're not first or last kind of thing?
Well, no, I'm not trying to be on some sort of crazy come-up. I'm trying to win money every weekend. You know, I'm not trying to do some sort of crazy get-rich-quick scheme in one night where I bet $20 and I win $500. I'm trying to bet 20 and win 80 every weekend, right? That's how you win.
You're gonna make some
and then
money.
Maybe one day you bet 50 and you win 280. You know what I mean? You bet 100 and you know, it depends on your budget. It depends when you want to bet and so on. But I'm just trying to go with, you know, making sure you win, but not trying to go crazy, not picking anything bananas. That's why I didn't put Charles on my thing. That's why I didn't put all these extras on my thing, even though I think Leon Edwards is going to win. I'm not betting on him because I want to make money. I'm not just going to give you picks willy-nilly like AJ might.
No. You're going to make money if I win. With yours, I mean, at least with mine, you could buy Yeezys. With yours, you can buy, like, maybe a family, like,
I'll tell you who could buy Yeezys. I'll tell you who could buy Yeezys. Conor McGregor. He sold Proper 12 whiskey to the makers of Jose Cuervo Tequila, made big bank. Apparently, he doubled his net worth with the sale of Proper 12. So Conor doesn't need to fight anymore, even though his coach is saying that he's training MMA only. He's getting ready for the trilogy with Dustin Poirier. Conor doesn't need to fight because he sold Proper 12, and he's super rich now. He was rich before.
Jesus.
Now he's crazy rich. He's wealthy.
So he's completely out? It's done? He's like, is he going to be promoting Proper?
He probably will still keep promoting it, but he's just like the spokesman. But he sold it. He doesn't own it anymore. He sold it for a lot of money, and now he's more rich. Yeah, good for him. Smart. That's what you do. Because how long was this Proper 12 going to be hot? How long was Conor McGregor's name going to be able to sell whiskey? You know, this is at its peak. This is at its hottest. You sell it, you make big money. Good for Conor. You know who else can buy? Man. You know who else can buy as many shoes or whatever the fuck he wants? Dana White. You see, Dave, AJ. We bet $20. Dana White. He's betting $1 million on Ben Askren. $1 million, he said. $1 million on Ben Askren to beat Jake Paul in their boxing match April 17th. Apparently, Askren has been training with Freddie Roach to prepare for the fight. Dana White made the bet, the declaration of the bet at least. I don't know if he actually placed the bet, but he told Zab Judah and Mike Tyson on Mike Tyson's podcast that he believes that Ben Askren will win. He's willing to bet $1 million on it. Zab Judah said, I've been training with him. He's good. He can fight. Dana laughed at it, and Dana is going to bet $1 million on Ben Askren. $1 million.
If Zab Judah is saying that he can fight and he can win, that's some serious stuff, man. Like, Zab Judah at least is a world champion in 2 different weight divisions and a former pro boxer. So if he's training, what's his name, Jake, there's some truth to it, man. And if Tyson's backing him up, there's some truth to it. You know what? I think it's going to be – I think it'd be interesting to do a watch-along. I'd love to have, like, if you can have Matt Casavant on, and it would be great to see it from a boxer's perspective, to see if this guy has any, like, legitimacy in his boxing skills, which we've seen him. Like, I've seen him training. The guy is fast. Ben Askren, listen, we can't say anything about Ben Askren. He's a former champion, in 2 different promotions. The guy's fought, like, some of the best in MMA, no doubt about it. But in an MMA fight, you have all angles. Where in boxing, I mean, the way Ben Askren fights, he's a very boxy fighter. Is that enough in boxing? No. That's enough in MMA because his go-to is taking the guy down and then smothering him. In boxing, he's got to stand, and he's got to be able to, like, move quick and get away from the punches with proper head movement. Does he have that? I don't know, man. I don't think so. I think, you know what? This might be like $1 million loss for Dana White, and I really think so. You know what? I didn't want to say this, but the more I'm seeing this kid, like, working out, the more I'm beginning to believe that he has a chance, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's not fighting like the Diaz brothers. He's not fighting like Conor McGregor. These guys actually have real professional boxing skills and amateur boxing skills like Conor did back in Ireland. These guys know how to box. There's a difference with that. Ben Askren is not the best striker. He's not.
But he's a fighter. He's
boxer.
A real athlete. That's what Dana was saying.
Different.
He's a real
not
athlete.
Doing MMA.
He's taking real punches. He's a world champion in MMA, and Dana's going to back his sport. He's going to back his guys. I would not bet $1 million on Ben Askren to win a striking competition. I certainly would not bet Ben Askren to win a striking competition. Patrick C. Hamilton drops a super chat. If I had $1 million, I'd buy you. What would he buy us if he had $1 million? I wonder. What would you do if you had $1 million? I'd buy a damn brewery and turn the planet into alcoholics. If I had $1 million bucks, it wouldn't be enough because I'd still be out robbing armored trucks.
What? What is that? I was thinking of
that Eminem. If I had $1 million, Eminem, tremendous.
Bare naked ladies. No. Better.
I make the world suck my dick without a condom on while I'm on the John. You know.
Buy you a house.
No. I like the Eminem version.
The bare naked ladies.
I buy a damn brewery and turn the planet into alcoholics. I love that one. If I had $1 million bucks, it wouldn't be enough because I'd still be out robbing armored trucks. If I had one wish, I would ask for a big enough ass for the whole world to kiss. I'm tired of being white trash, broke and always poor. Tired of taking pop bottles back to the party store. Tired of not having a home. Tired of not having a phone to have one in. No, wait. Tired of not having a phone. Tired of not having a home to have one in if I did have one on. Tired of being stared at. Tired of wearing the same damn Nike Air hat. Tired of stepping in clubs wearing the same pair of lugs. Tired of people saying they're tired of hearing me rap about drugs. Sorry. I got into it. Tired of other rappers who ain't bringing half the skill as me, say they wasn't feeling me and nobody's as ill as me. Tired of radio station telling fibs. Tired of J.O.B. saying where hip-hop lives. Fucking tremendous. Fucking love that song, man. Eminem, man. Fucking beautiful. His first album, that fucking Slim Shady LP, mwah. Perfect. People trying to cancel Eminem. Fuck out of here with that shit. You can't cancel Slim Shady.
Didn't he make a new song? Didn't he make
Probably.
a new
he
song
made a new
with the
album.
UFC and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, that was off his new album. Tremendous. What a guy. You gotta love Eminem. I liked him when he was on drugs, though. I think everybody's more fun on drugs. I mean, rappers are better when they're all fucked up. I saw Eminem when he was like at his peak. I saw Eminem perform when he came out. He fucking he had the Jason mask on and a chainsaw and overalls. It was when he came out with his second album. That one, the Marshall Mathers LP. Fred, you know what I'm talking about, right? The second Eminem album. The one that had Real Slim Shady on it and all that. It was a big one. It had.
I'm gonna say the first two albums of Eminem's were good.
Yeah, it was the second one. The second one. I saw him perform after the second one.
I don't listen to that no more, man.
Bro.
I mean, you don't listen to that next to your kid. Come on, Dave.
Well, no. I mean, I listen to Waylon Jennings and George Jones. Good songs about moonshine and cheating on your wife. That's the kind of stuff we listen to with our children, right, Fred? I know what you're listening to.
So does John Jones. Apparently.
That's what we listen to. We listen to good old Waylon Jennings, Goddamn. Go listen to Way Moore's Blues. Ladies. That's not appropriate. Angelo says, dropping a super chat, he says, I'd buy AJ a lifetime supply of Skittles. Nice. Taste the rainbow.
I'm the candy guy, man.
No, I love, buy Fred candy. Fred loves the candy. Shout out to Brooklyn Lizard. Shout out to Angelo. Shout out to Franco. Shout out to Doug Hepburn. Shout out to everybody on the chat, keeping it jumping tonight, having a good time with us. Headstrong Bacon. Everybody on the chat. Of course, Patrick C. Hamilton, Doug, we appreciate you. The members, Doug. Angelo. It's a fun chat tonight. A lot of guys jumping in, ladies, men, all sorts of people, super chats. We love the super chats. We appreciate you.
Even though we appreciate had a bit of complications.
I was rapping. AJ had technical difficulties. The main studio had technical difficulties. We had all sorts of problems tonight. But you know what? I think it all worked out. I think everything worked out. And we're doing well. And Team Dave. I mean, the Team Dave sound effects started, so that's exciting for me. I like doing that. I get really hyped. Team Dave.
Hey, what happened to our special effects with like the sounds like super chat?
I don't know, man. Sometimes things happen. Sometimes things don't happen. What do you want me to tell you, man? I don't know. I'm not in charge of all the things. I can't tell you what's happening with all the...
Listen, man, first of all, thanks to like everybody listening to us tonight, man, with all the complications because of Dave and Dave screwing up with Dana White and all that kind of stuff. You know, it happens. But you know what? We thank you for supporting our show.
When's the last time you did jiu-jitsu? Because I did it today, and I'm feeling real jumpy, baby. I'm feeling like I'm ready to smash you. You know what I was working today? The Islam Maka choke. The choke that Makhachev was doing, how he finished his fight there on Saturday. That's what I was working today, the Maka choke. Of course I did. It's all in the shoulder. You got to dip that shoulder in, and you got to drive.
Did you lift your toes?
Yeah,
you lift your toes?
Yeah, you really got to drive. But if you squeeze, you get that squeeze in, Maka choke.
And that's what I was saying. Like most people don't realize that, but for you to be able to execute that choke, you really need to drive off your toes. You gotta be balanced off those toes and drive in, and it's done. Because you couldn't really see that when he was executing that choke, but from different angles you'll see him like lifting those toes. So I'm glad you did it, man. You know, and it's not that hard when you think about it.
No, I've done that move many times. That's why when he did it on Saturday, I knew exactly what was going on there. I was very aware of what was happening in that choke because I'd seen it play out. Because we all know we're all grapplers. We've all done jiu-jitsu for a long time. Some people might be confused by what's going on in the cage, but we are never confused. We know what's happening.
Listen, man,
we understand
like
these chokes.
Fred
sports, is a savage. You know?
I can't wait till we're all back again training and everybody's like doing their shit again because this is crazy. Think about it. It's been a year, man. They did a celebration. I think they had like Montreal mayor was doing like some speech today about like, you know, the 1 year, whatever, mourning and that kind of stuff. And it's true, man. It's been a tough year. My dad passed away and all that too. You know, it's like, it's been a tough year. But the truth is that, man, it's been tough. But you know what?
I lost my best cat.
Like, you know, yeah.
I mean, it's different.
You know, it's crazy.
But
no, but everybody, like, you know what? Listen, man, you know, it's sad, man. Pets are super important. My mom lost her dog, and, you know, it's been a tough year. But going to the COVID stuff, I mean, you know, when you're looking at, like, oh, we could have done better. Shit, dude, you should have done better because, you know what, you're in the government. You have a lot of time to think about things that can happen if things go really wrong, and we wouldn't be in this position. And you know what? Legalize jiu-jitsu, you motherfuckers, because we're still at the point where jiu-jitsu is not legalized in Quebec. If people don't believe that, it's true.
Yeah.
Muay Thai, actually karate as well to some level, but jiu-jitsu is not allowed yet in Quebec.
If we had more martial arts, if we had more sports, if we had gyms open, people wouldn't get so sick because they wouldn't be so fat, lazy, and out of shape. But you can't say that to people because they're too goddamn soft. If they would harden up a little bit, get a little tougher, eat some fruits and vegetables, stop being a goddamn marshmallow, learn how to defend yourself, learn a martial art, maybe you wouldn't be such a punk bitch who kisses his sister, Frankie Lego, and has to shut everything down. You think the Premier of Quebec's ever done jiu-jitsu? Fuck no. That guy doesn't know how to fight. Look at him. You could tell. He's doughy as fuck. That motherfucker doesn't know shit about jiu-jitsu. Fuck that guy, man. I'm sick of all these doughy motherfuckers out there trying to tell people how to live. You don't know how to live. You don't even know how to apply a guillotine choke. How the fuck are you going to tell me anything? If you don't know the difference between mount, side control, guillotine, and a fucking armbar, I don't want to hear from you. Point final, that's how we feel about it. If you don't know shit about how to fucking do a body triangle, I'm not trying to hear your opinion on jack shit. That's how I feel. If you can't fight, I don't want to hear your opinion on anything. Nothing. If you don't know what a guillotine choke looks like, you don't know how to squeeze that shit in, fuck out of here with your opinions. I don't need that shit. I don't need that shit. All right? I only want to hear from motherfuckers who can fight and who don't kiss their sisters on the mouth. If you're tongue kissing your sister, I'm not trying to hear from you. If you're a little pussy boy who does blackface all the time, I'm not trying to hear from you, Prime Minister Trudeau, this motherfucker with his blackface. Oh, it was only one time.
He can box.
It was he can't. Oh yeah, he doesn't look like he can box. Fucking Let's see what happens when he gets taken down and put in a fucking squeeze. Can he squeeze? He's got no squeeze, baby. I don't give a shit about that. You got to have grip strength. I don't care about boxing. Oh, God. All right, we're done.
You know
Show's
what? I'm
over.
surprised we're not going to have the RCMP like knocking on our doors, man. Like, listen, I'm open to boxing Trudeau if he wants to. I'm totally cool with that. You know, I said that for a long time. We'll make a deal. I beat the shit out of you. We reopen like jiu-jitsu.
Okay, no, we're not threatening anybody. We're not doing any of that. We're not doing a fight. I'm just saying, let's go here. I'm not trying to listen to these mooks who don't know anything, who look doughy as fuck, who have no, like, I don't give a shit about Francois Legault's opinion. You see that guy? What the fuck can he tell me? What kind of a man is he? What kind of a man is he? Can't defend himself physically, has no musculature, probably has a needle dick, and he kisses his sister. I don't give a fuck about that motherfucker's opinion. I'm sitting here with big dick energy, big old biceps, and I know how to fight. I'm not trying to give a fuck about what any of these motherfuckers say. All right? Big Dave, Team Dave. We're aggressive tonight, baby. Sorry, Frank.
Damn, TRT time, man. Painted meat from Mexico. I don't know, man, but that was awesome.
Steroids.
Dave, vote for Dave, man. Unbelievable.
I'm on steroids.
Unbelievable.
That's what I'm.
That's okay,
basically
bud.
the point. I'm on steroids, and I'm losing my mind, brother. Roid rage.
Hey, listen, just quickly before you hang up, I can't believe I saw the very first fight of Hulk Hogan, man. His first like pro wrestling match. It was awesome. He was so jacked, that guy.
Okay.
He was.
Don't forget
big,
to
man.
like the video.
Hogan. What, Dave? I thought you were going to make a comment. Hogan,
we love you.
man. Your
Yeah.
favorite wrestler of all time.
I love Hulk Hogan. He's the best. He's fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
People's wives are getting all. People are freaking out. They're like, why is that guy yelling? Why is that guy going crazy? Because it's Team Dave. That's why. Team Dave. We're aggressive on Team Dave. If you're on Team Dave, you don't like grown men that kiss their sister, you like to win money on fights, you like cheeseburgers from McDonald's, and you like to go out after 8 p.m. Team Dave?
And you like to wear Yeezys.
Yeezys. You like to be fresh. And so on.
Manscaped?
You like pro
Manscaped,
wrestling.
man. What happened?
Pro wrestling. Don't forget, pro wrestling tomorrow night. I'll be back here with Johnny North talking about SmackDown. Okay? Tomorrow night, 10 p.m., SmackDown. Team Dave, Team Zev, Team Johnny North, 10 p.m. tomorrow night, right after SmackDown. We'll be here talking all that SmackDown good shit. Okay? Recapping the deal. Don't forget to check out all our videos. I was on after Raw. Go watch me after Raw. I'm on every Monday night. Come on. What are you doing? You're not watching?
Man. You're
Are you not watching?
Beaver.
You better watch it, okay? You better goddamn watch it. That's all I'm saying. If you're on Team Dave, you're watching the Raw recap. You're watching the AEW Dynamite recap. That's what Team Dave does, okay? You watch all the shit that Dave does. Dave's on after Raw on Monday. Dave's on after Dynamite on Wednesdays. Dave is on here Thursday night at 8 p.m. Dave will be back here tomorrow night at 10 p.m. And then, you know what? Dave's taking the weekend off, all right? Then Dave's taking the weekend off, and we'll be right back at it on Monday night, okay? Team Dave, let's go. AJ will put out all the stuff over on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Ringside Report. Follow us at Ringside Report on Twitter and Instagram. We'll have our parlays up there. Brooklyn Lizard, shout out to you. Thank you for loving the show. We love you. Headstrong Bacon, thank you. Douglas Hepburn. Headstrong, I hope I didn't scare your wife too much. Shout out to Headstrong's wife. Shout out to Doug Hepburn, Franco316, Angelo Contagonis, Patrick C. Hamilton, Johnny North. Johnny North? That guy. That guy.
John.
Oh, God.
Big John.
Everybody that was on the chat tonight, we appreciate you, and thank you for the super chats. We appreciate you. Thank you for keeping the team going. We love it. Don't forget, never kiss your sister on the lips. It's not cool, okay? AJ has a sister. He doesn't kiss his sister on the lips. Fred has a sister. He doesn't kiss his sister on the lips.
But if I was in politics, you never know.
I have a brother, and I kiss him, but not on the lips. I give him a little kiss on the head. He's a little boy. No, I don't, actually. That's gross. It's disgusting. I'm not kissing that guy.
He's so hairy now, man.
Too hairy. Too much hair. I don't know where to kiss.
Jesus, he looks like a
hair.
Sasquatch.
Don't tell him you said that. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Why?
Appreciate you. We'll talk to you again soon. We love you. I'll be back tomorrow night, 10 p.m. for SmackDown. Okay?